All right, welcome back, everybody. We've made our crowns, we've made our wands, we've done our scavenger hunt. So you should have a bunch of little leftover things if you filled a bucket with stuff. Oh gosh, there's just like so many cool things in here. I didn't even look at it. So I'm going to now make a sun catcher. So what you need for this is the contact paper, and you need two sticks that are close to the same size. We want them, you can bend a little bit, but we want them as straight as possible. So like this is about what you want. And you also are gonna have in your bag, it should be the last thing in there if you did all the activities, is this little baggie of yarn. And I'm just gonna take that out. And before I pull off the top, I'm just going to, I don't think I need this. Take this out and tie them on. We've already put holes in there for you. So you're just gonna kind of straighten it out. Take your pieces of yarn and you're just gonna take them and cut them just in half here. Okay, I'm gonna tie that on here. Just like that, and I'm just gonna tie it on as tight as I can. Then I'm going to tie on the bottom. So we want this to be pretty straight. Okay. Tie on the bottom. Make sure these are kind of evened out here. Actually, I'm going to do the top first. That'll be easier. I'm going to tie on the top best you can. Okay. That. Then, so it should look like this on the top. Then I'm gonna take the second piece, bend it in half, cut it, and then I'm gonna tie on bottom here. Oops. And I want it to be as even as possible. So this one's not a super straight stick, but that's okay. It kind of gives it a little extra fun. Okay. Tie it on tight so it doesn't fall. And then I have one more. Tie as tight as you can. So it should look like this, okay, when you pull it straight. Now, this is when it's gonna kind of get tricky. You're gonna wanna have your stuff all ready to go. So I'm gonna do some, something like this that's gonna kind of fit on. I might need just some scissors to cut it. And you're gonna wanna fill this whole thing with flowers. So, you just want to test it kind of out to see what you want to put on it before we take off the backing. So I'm going to put on something like this. And I'm going to put in, like I said, I have so much stuff in here. Some little pink flowers. I have a rose, so I'm going to put that on. Some more of this. I want to just do the top part of the rose though, so it can go on flat like this. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Some of these. So I'm just going to pop those right on top like this. Like I said, I'm just testing this out, so I can always move some things. Maybe some dandelions. Some more of my favorite little leaves here. Now, if you're gonna do flowers, you wanna make sure they're pretty flat so that this will work. Let's see. got in here? Some of these maybe. Some of these. And I think that'll work. And then I'm just gonna kind of figure it out. You might even want to, before you guys use these, is put like a heavy book on top of it to help. And then I'm just gonna peel this off. If I can get it, it's kind of tricky. You might need an adult to help you with this part. It's pretty tricky. All right, so I just kind of pull that off. And I might need some scissors for this to kind of cut it. So I'm just gonna cut it all the way up to the circle, and then I'm just gonna kind of pull that up without it sticking, because that's not good. Okay, and just kind of get that off, pull it the best that you can. I'm gonna get each corner. So I'm gonna pause for a little bit. I'm gonna get all the corners off while you do that, and then we'll come back in a second, okay? So it doesn't take it. All right, so now I have the corners ripped off. That was a little more trickier than I remember it being. So we just kind of pulled up the top. You might need an adult with it, and then just ripped it around. And once you've done that, you can just kind of pull this off very carefully, because it's very, very sticky, okay? That should just come off really easily. Just put it there. And you want it to kind of stay still. You might even want someone to help you hold it. So thank you. And I'm just gonna start sticking stuff on there. So I'm gonna put my fern on there and just kind of push it on the best I can. Kind of try and get each leaf on, and if you have leftover stuff, that's fine. And I'm gonna put on some more leaves just so I can add my flowers to this. Stick them really carefully. Okay, and I'm gonna put on another one maybe. Oops. Oops. We'll just do those. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my rose, and I'm just gonna kind of very carefully stick it on. Like I said, all those petals should be on there. If you want to pull off, you know, this part, you could, because it should stick. Okay. All right, then I'm gonna add, uh-oh, these kind of stuck on there. I'm gonna add some of these purple flowers. Best I can. These pretty little guys. Another one here. Again, I'm gonna have to trim that. Okay, I'm gonna do another one of my favorite flowers. If you're pushing it pretty hard, it should stick on there pretty good. One of these. Dandelion. These on the side. I might need a little bit more. I'm gonna put this on. I forgot about him. More leaves on there too. Okay. What else do I got in here? Some more of this. Like I said, you want it to fill up the whole thing, so it's gonna be sticky otherwise. Put that in there. Oh, this all smells so good too. I think this is, yeah, it smells good. I'm gonna do a couple of these little hydrangeas from my flower crown. Okay, and a couple more green leaves. let's see, what else do we got? One of these again. These ones are my favorite. Maybe do a couple more of our hydrangeas. For these empty spots, you're just gonna wanna kind of fill it in with whatever you've got, some little flowers or whatever. What else do I have in here? This one's really pretty. Do your best. So let's just kind of see what happens. Oh yeah, how cool is that, you guys? So that's what it's gonna look like. And then you can just hang it up in your window. These will actually dry and they'll still be really pretty. And you can just put like another piece of string or yarn or something like that and hang it up in your window. It's called a sun catcher. The back is gonna be sticky still, so if you wanna fill in those empty little spots, you're welcome to, but for now, that's what that looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed Nature Week. We will see you next week for Ocean Pirate Week, but we hope you have a great weekend. See ya.